Juana, can I
Please.
ask a question before it takes a turn so I can get
Yes,
this
go ahead.
question? I
Yes,
got a feeling
Yes,
I'm not
please
going to
do.
be able to. I got a feeling I'm not going to be able to. Okay, so before, because it sounds like you're describing at least two different types of femininity. Is that real?
You said you talking to me or you talking to
Oh,
Sir?
no, Tawana, that was a
Oh,
question.
okay.
It sounds like you were describing at least two types. Is that a real thing?
What you mean? Is that a
You,
real thing? What do
because
you?
you
Because
just said
like, what are you? What are you? Which is what a real thing? I'm trying to
two
figure out which
different,
one.
it sounds like you were describing at least two different types of femininity. You
Do
said
you
there's
think
one.
that it's only one type of femininity? Is
No,
that what you're saying?
I'm asking questions.
Okay, I
I'm
think that
asking.
there's multiple. Yeah, I think there's different types of femininity. I don't think that every one person fits into one. Like my grandmother didn't like to wear dresses, but she was very nurturing. She was very loving. She had a lot of feminine qualities, but she would not wear a dress. She only wore pants, right? So some people would think that's masculine, but she wasn't masculine. So what I'm saying is that there's different femininity and different ways that women can behave, and sometimes we put ourselves in like a little bubble and say, okay, you have to be this one way in order to be feminine. And I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. And I do think that femininity can look different for different women. Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay, so
do.
you're basing it on the way they look. I thought it was okay. I got you now.
No, I'm not basing it on the way they look. Characteristics, I just gave an example of how
But
my grandmother didn't wear dresses and she wasn't a person to get her hair done. She never got her nails done. She just didn't believe in doing that type of stuff.
yeah,
But
but
she was
that's an
very
outer appearance, but that wouldn't change who she was.
okay. But what I'm saying,
Obviously.
some women believe that those things make you feminine as well, right? Those characteristics or how you present yourself. Some people believe that that also makes you feminine. So I was explaining that I don't necessarily feel that those are the only characteristics. Not even that it was the only. I mean, there is other, like I said, nurturing, people who are nurturing, agreeable, whatever, right? There's other characteristics that make you feminine that don't necessarily have to do with your outward appearance. But, I was just giving my perception of that.
I don't think getting your nails and your hair done would be anything related to being feminine. I mean, there may be things you do to make yourself look better, but I don't think that's what men or women look for when they say this woman has feminine traits. I don't think that's what people look for. Now, I could be wrong. There are other ladies
Yeah,
that
I do
like
think
to.
that's wrong for sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Listen, Tawana. So I'll tell you what we'll do, because like there's an energy that I sense when we're talking to people. So what I want to do, I want you to know I respect you and what you have to say. So let me rebalance and say that what we're talking about in these situations that I see a lot of times is a lot of women are aggressive, and I think that when we start trying to put femininity in different brackets and say, well, men want this kind of femininity, for the most part, for most men, are some simple things. It doesn't have anything to do necessarily with how you look or dress. It really is about who you are. It's the spirit you have. It's the way you talk, the ability to listen, the softness that you have. And for most men, regardless of culture, most men want that level of femininity. So I just want to put that out there.
I don't really question my femininity because I mean, I am, I definitely a feminine woman. But I will say this, that I have, my grandmother was married for 40 years. My aunt was married for 50. My husband's parents is married for 50. So like when I see women who are clearly contributing to their home, able to take care of their kids, able to manage, able to do all these other things. They don't have to be pretty. They don't have to present as weak in order to be seen as feminine. I think that I have my own perceptions. I have my own perceptions of what it is. And I think that some people project other. And I mean, this show ain't even about femininity. So why are we
But
getting on
Tawana,
that?
you saying that
I don't
you
care
just said
about.
weak. You just said weak. You said weak.
Yeah.
Tawana, I just want to say
I
something
didn't
to
call
you.
y'all weak. I'm talking about some of the, especially Marilyn Monroe. Like for me,
No,
some of
you
the things that
Marilyn Monroe was
actually,
actually quite strong,
well, I
actually
don't
quite
see her
ballsy.
that way. I don't see her that way. I
Yeah.
definitely don't see her as the epitome of femininity. And if men are actually expecting women to behave like that, then they are insane. Because I don't want to be mentally ill to the point where I want to commit suicide. So therefore,
Okay.
I don't want to compare myself to a woman like that. So no, I would never
Tawana.
use her as a marker of status. Like that's
But
ridiculous.
Tawana, you are
That's
talking about
ridiculous.
us because we consider. I don't know raw be that. I don't know everybody, but I know myself and Bloom and Ebony consider ourselves feminine women. And as far as our mental capacity and our weakness, it doesn't exist. So
Okay.
you are basically saying that we're weak because we carry ourselves in our
Well,
feminine.
I didn't say that, but if you want to
didn't say
assume
that?
that, that's fine. I'm talking about, you asked me specifically about my ideas and perceptions of it based on, you know, what I've heard or who I'm comparing to. I talked about Marilyn Monroe. If you connect with her, then I guess
No.
yes,
I thought I just heard
I'm
you say.
It's
talking
not
about
even
that.
about connecting with her. It's about the definition of femininity.
I
Femininity is defined as.
I thought you said something else. Then I thought you were just talking. I'm sorry, Robbie. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I apologize, unsolicited voice. I can't. Femininity is defined in Merriam-Webster's as the quality or nature of the female sex, the quality, state, or degree of being feminine or womanly. Feminine is defined as having quality or an appearance traditionally associated with women. So, like, to sit there and say that it is something that you see in white women, like, I'm not even trying to come at you, sis. I think you're a beautiful girl, but it's like it speaks to mindset. We got to stop comparing ourselves to white people.